Show about big things. I hope you guys are having a great day. The award-winning show about big things, folks. And it's a beautiful day out, folks, for November, Friday, November 17th. And we got a great show lined up for you today. My co-host coming on very shortly is my good buddy Nick Sahajas, the piano man. That's right, Chicago's very own piano man. It's me, my co-host, and he's going to be here talking about a whole bunch of stuff, but he's promoting his big show Wednesday, December 6th at the Des Plaines Theater, Nick Sahajas' anthology CD, all original stuff that Nick has recorded through the years. It's going to be a big bash with a lot of great entertainers. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about some good stuff. We'll talk about St. Jude's. His wife Phyllis is going to be around too. So I'm excited to have my good friend Nick on. All right, guys, real fast. Check the website, TonyOceanMusic.com, and give us a call at 847-769-8609 to book a show. Every show is dedicated to the first responders, but mostly it's dedicated to people like you who take the time and watch the show today, folks. Very, very important. And remember, you can watch us on all 5 different social media outlets. You're watching us on the Tony Ocean Show Facebook page. We're on the Mo Carrara Facebook page, LinkedIn, X, formerly Twitter, YouTube, and the Ocean's Pit Facebook page. And coming in December, Tuesdays, we're going to move it to just Instagram Live. We're just going to do every Tuesday on Instagram Live because we're not on, you can't get on Instagram to do this. So I'm just going to do that show just on one day on Tuesdays. Anyway, folks, a lot of good stuff. I want to start off real fast by thanking my good friend Frank Mentone and the Mentone family. I knew the Mentone family from Elmwood Park many, many years ago, and we've done a lot of shows for them. And yesterday we did the Riverside Country Club for the country club, and that was the Ocean's Rat Pack. So thank you, Frank, for the Dean Martin book. Very nice of you, buddy. I'm going to read this. I don't have this one yet. So thank you, my good buddy, Frank and the Mentone family. And great job, Jerry Jams, Bill Saratella. Thank you, Julie. And, of course, Elliot Winbush. A lot of fun. Tonight we'll be at Chicago Prime Steakhouse with my good pal, Jerry Jams. And tomorrow we'll be at Bellagio in Roselle. Tony Toto, Danny Ramundi, and Ron Starr. It's a 7:30 hit. It's going to be a lot of fun. That's tomorrow at Bellagio. I think that's sold out. So come tonight to Chicago Prime Steakhouse. All right, let's get right to our sponsors, folks. And we got to love our good friends from Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local, and they are the best. That's Des Plaines, Evergreen Park, Norridge, and Warrenville. Here are some of the great deals you can get with Ace Hardware this month. Now, they are waiving the $20 Diagnosis fee, which covers a 180-point inspection and have your snowblower serviced. Tune-up single-stage snowblower is only $105 plus parts. Check out the holiday displays, lights, blow-ups, decor, and much more. And sign up for the Ace Rewards with one of our cashiers and receive a free $5 gift card to use in your next door purchase at all JRC hardware stores. Be on the lookout for Black Friday coupons, 50% off one regular price item, $30 per or less, and 15% off your entire purchase of regular merchandise November 25th to the 27th. And that is our good friends of Ace Hardware. Buy local, shop local. Ace is the place. Remember, they've been helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. Our good friends from Ace Hardware. And check out the 12 Days of Christmas. Raffaello and Jackie and Melissa do an incredible job singing that with the specials of Ace. Very cool, very funny, and very festive, as we would say. All right, another sponsor on the way, folks. Oh, this is very, very important for all you entertainers out there or companies out there, either new companies or old companies. We're talking about Bernie DeMayo and Partners. Bill Gates once said, if it was down to my last marketing dollar, I would spend it on public relations. That's sound advice from a guy that's worth $100 billion, folks. And I can't agree more. Bernie DeMayo's got me on TV, magazine, articles, newspaper, and has worked for so much more. He's worked with the Chicago Bulls, Michael Jordan, the Chicago White Sox, the Phil Stefani Group, Popeye's Chicken, and so much more. And they won major awards for their advertising. So go BernieDeMayo.com or call Bernie at 312-217-5658. That's BernieDeMayo.com, 312-217-58. He just got Christian Kelly, Rose Kelly, a nice article in the Tribune for her show coming up, the Moonlight Theater with Matt Cassell. So that's going to be good. So call my buddy Bernie. He is the best. And our brand new sponsor joining us, folks. How about my good friend Mary Gravis? That's right. Let's turn your real estate dreams into reality. Ready to assist buyers, sellers, for sale owners, expired listings. Berkshire Highway Stark Real Estate. She is the best. Call my friend Mary at 630-688-1725 or go to mgravis at stark.com. Real estate. Buy the houses, sell the houses. She knows what she's doing, folks. And let's go to one more. Let's get one because we want to make sure that we get our sponsors in. And then we're bringing up my good buddy, of course, Nick Sahajas. Let's not forget Deutsch Power Center, servicing the construction and diesel industry in Chicago for the last 100 years. That's Deutsch Power Center, folks. Call Sal at 224-276-6550. Deutsch Power Center. It is Friday, the 17th of November, and whoever thought the weather would be the way it is? Unbelievable, folks. Real last thing. Important to Chicago Music Cruise. This ship holds 5,000 people. In our group, there's about 650 rooms were sold, and we're excited. Of course, Tony Ocean, the main event band, my rock band Mojo's Jukebox, and the ringleaders himself, Seventh Heaven, Richie and the Boys. January 7th to January 14th, 7-night Eastern Caribbean cruise, Royal Caribbean Wonder of the Sea. Biggest ship on the water right now, 4 football fields long. We're starting off in Florida, Coco Key, Bahamas, St. Martin, and St. Juan, Puerto Rico. So go to chicagomusiccruise.com, or better yet, go to Mary at ntdvacations.com. Remember, passports. Make sure you booked your room for the night before. Make sure you booked your shuttle to get you from the hotel to the ship. And most important, coming up, if you haven't booked your drink package yet, Black Friday, they got special deals on drink packages and, of course, excursions. So check that out. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited. Let's see who's watching today so far, kicking off the afternoon. Let's go all the way. Wow, look at this. Ryan Lewis, Albert, of course, from the Ron Onesti organization, still celebrating his birthday. Ryan, what's up, buddy? Erica, Peter Prado, Kathy, how you doing? Fun day with Mr. Antonelli. How you doing, pal? Kathy, Santa Barbara, California. We'll see you Saturday night, hun. Mary, there she is. Hi, Mary. Hope you're doing well. Dennis from Lake Geneva. It's cold out. It's cold, but it's got sun out there, Dennis. That's all that matters. Double T. Danny Mazzi, Armando Supermarkets, buy local, shop local, 925 Liberty Street in Elgin. What's up, my buddy? Yvette, it's nice seeing Richard Hamlin. Jill, Indiana in the house. There she is. Thank you, Mary. Jerry Jams and everybody else that's watching. We really appreciate it. Beverage drink package. Got to get it. Patrice from Chicago Honey Bears watching. It's a beautiful Friday. I'm excited. Ken Modoff, how you doing, Ken? Great entertainer, great musician. Thank you, Ken. It's always great to have you on the stage with us when you play with us for my Dean Martin show, and I know you play a lot with Nick, so that's cool. Buddy, what's going on? All right, so without any further ado, he's here, even though Billy Joel is on the screen right now. Looks like he's running to the bathroom. Here he is, Nick St. Nicholas Sahajas in the house.
To the bathroom. That's funny.
Hey, Nick, what's up, buddy?
Hi, bud. Good.
Looking very dapper this morning or this afternoon.
Well, thank you. Really good.
Thank you for being on the show. I know you guys are busy doing this stuff, rehearsing for your big shows coming up. And we're talking about the big one, man. Too many years, of course, Nick Sahajas has seen playing Billy Joel, Elton John, Chicago Hitmen, playing songs from different artists. And, of course, he's got the duet sting with Stephanie. But this one, people might not know that Nick's been a singer-songwriter for many, many years. Started back with a band called Stagger, signed with Paul Anka, and he's got a lot of original music. So why not put it together on a CD? And it's exactly what he did. The new CD is called Anthology, the best of Nick Sahajas. It's going to happen Wednesday, the December 6th at the Des Plaines Theater. Doors open at 6. Showtime is 7:30. Besides his great band and musicians, he's got some great guests. Stephanie's going to be there singing. Levenberger, of course, Regina Karma. Jackson coming in from Indiana, from formerly used to be on The Voice. So, or America's Got Talent. I forgot which one it was, but he's going to be on. He's fantastic. He's a great guy. Yeah. So what's going on? Nick, you excited about this thing? Tell us a little bit about Anthology.
All right. So these are songs that I recorded for the past, I don't know, 40 years. Different songs that I picked out that I recorded at a bunch of different places. Some of them at my home studio. The very first ones were from Pumpkin Studios with Gary Loizo. Remember? It was a
You did
great place.
Sticks, you did The Kind. Yeah,
Yeah,
great guy.
did all the recording there. That was our first one. Did some stuff at CRC, Chicago Recording Company downtown.
Great place.
Then the last stuff that we did with Paul Anka was at his house, and then the rest was at Sound City in Van Nuys, California, which is a legendary studio. Everybody recorded there.
Everybody recorded it. Now, you did Stagger was around doing his stuff, trying to make it, signed with Paul Anka. What kind of man was Paul Anka, business wise or even personal wise?
Business wise, he's a genius. I mean, the guy wrote songs for people and just sat back and collected a ton of money. He once told me that he put his girls through college just off the Tonight Show theme. So the residuals he made, they played it twice a
Now
night.
remember, I don't forgot what he got, but he got. Remember that song played twice a night in the beginning and at the end. And
And
I
it
don't
did.
know how many years that ran, but think about
Who
that.
knows?
Didn't he do the Times of Our Life for Kodak?
He did the Times of Our Life.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I mean, he wrote the lyrics for My Way.
of course. Yeah.
He wrote a bunch of stuff for Tom Jones, Frank Sinatra, all the boys. He wrote stuff for.
Let me try again for Frank. She's a Lady for Tom Jones, which was a big hit in the 70s. And of course, he had his own hits. You know, Diana, Put Your Head on My Shoulders, Having My Baby.
That's it.
Whoa,
That
Yeah,
was
so
my favorites.
yeah, that wasn't one of my favorites. But you know what? He was a genius in what he did and what he does. And what was he like to work with? How did that all come about, if you don't mind me asking, with Paul Lincoln?
While we were out there, he was a great guy. I mean, he treated us like gold. He rented a house for us in Monterey, California. He had a car for us. Supplied us with everything we needed. Took us out to dinner all the time. We'd hang with him a little bit here and there. We go to his house every day and record in his home studio. And he was just a wonderful person. He even flew us. At one point, he flew us to Vegas on his personal jet to get our hair cut when we had hair by his personal barber. And then we hung out with him by the pool at his home in Vegas for a couple of days. And at the time we were there, I think, who was it? Good Morning America that came by? Somebody came by to do
Brian Gumble.
Brian Gumble back when he was on the shows.
Sure.
Yeah.
Also, in the background, you might be hearing a female voice, and that is, of course, the First Lady of Music, Phyllis Sahajas.
Fact checker.
So she's part of, and I believe, Phyllis,
Yes.
I believe, like you said, it's very important when you're with your spouse and they support what you do. And when you hear Nick, it's Phyllis there too. You know, it's almost like when I got Laura, she turned my career on. So I truly believe that if you have someone who's in your corner, I think that's very good. And you guys are a good team together, work-wise and personal-wise. So that's pretty cool to have that, because a lot of people don't have that. Even growing up, Nick, when you were growing up, did you have support from your family? We're like, cool, we like what you're trying to do, or they wanted you to do something else growing up?
Yeah, probably wanted me to do something else.
Yeah. Well, who was better with you, your mom or your dad?
My mom always voiced her opinion about, so how long are you going to do this for?
Wait, do you remember that story about the car? Like you bought the keyboard?
Oh, yeah. At one point, I really wanted this Yamaha CP70B. It was an electric Grand. It was like the keyboard they have back, what was that, the 80s? Early 80s, late 70s, I forget. So I sold my car to get it. It was that important. So I sold my car. I bought the piano. And right, not long after that, I go, Mom, can I borrow your car? She goes, you got to drive your piano.
See, now me was complete opposite. My mother thought I can do no wrong. Whatever you want to do, here's some earrings, because I was doing the rock stuff. But my dad, okay, when is this stuff going to stop? You know what I mean? When are you going to get a real job?
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, it was the opposite with me. My dad was, secretly supportive of me.
Yeah, my dad got to see me when I did Vegas before he passed away, so that was cool. He goes, he goes up to me, he goes, man, maybe you got something here, knucklehead. Maybe you got something here. So it's cool to have that. Nick Sahajas, Piano Man, Big Show Anthology, Wednesday, December 6th at the Displays Theater, doing a lot of anthology songs of your past career. Let's throw a couple at you. Tell me about Street of Dreams. How did that come about?
We used to rehearse in the back room of Joe Crispino's law office. He was our manager. And he came back there one day and he said, you guys got to write a song about Rush Street. You got to write a song about Rush Street. It's great. It's Chicago. It's this, it's that. That's basically what Street of Dreams is about.
Very, very cool. What about Here I Am?
Here I Am was kind of like the same thing. I mean, it was just, it's exactly what it is.
Here I Am. Yeah.
At that point, I was happy with what I was doing. It was like, here I am exactly where I want to be.
What about Faded Pictures? I love the title.
Faded Pictures, that was when I was trying to write something a little different. I didn't want to write your typical love song.
Yeah.
I wanted to write it from a different viewpoint. And so I wrote about a woman who lost her love in the war. And then all she had left of him was just pictures that were fading away.
And that's what she had left. Yeah. Okay. Well, see, that makes sense. And you won a Josie Award in 2020 up in the Grand Ole Opry for I Want You to Kiss Me. What's that? Of course, a love song?
It is a love song, but it's a very, very 80s love song because it's very syncopated and sequenced keyboards, a lot going on, and vocals. Right now we're rehearsing those vocals, and thank God I've got Regina and Stephanie along with the guys in the band that sing because
And Natalie.
yeah, and Natalie. Well,
Oh, yeah. You got a bunch of great core. Luann from New York in the house. What's up, Luann, my dear friend? She says hello to everybody. Very, very cool. Yeah, Peter Prado, huge wife support that does help. Nick Sahajas, tickets, oshows.com. Wednesday, you're going to be doing some holiday songs as well. And if you can't make that one, folks, Nick will be back again with another completely different show with the Chicago Piano Man Band, of course, and Heart to Heartbreaker Diva, of course. It's going to be at the Arcada Theater on December 2nd. So 2 chances to see St. Nicholas. It's going to be a lot of fun. So you gotta go out and support local talent, which is very, very important. What I like about you, Nick, you're always trying to come up with something new. And I think it's very important that we all try to reinvent ourselves, especially at our age when we get with all this younger talent going up right now. But it seems like the day, like when you said, we had original music, we try to get out there, you had a record out, you did Paul Anka, you tried to get that record deal, boom, boom, you played your ass off, you worked hard. And now it seems some guy or girl can get on this TikTok or something and bam, million trillion views and they're like stars.
Yep, you go viral and that's it.
And what do you think about that? How do you feel about that? I mean, it's got to be hard. I mean, some of us guys that working, it's got to be difficult.
I'm not above trying that.
Yeah, right, exactly.
My son knows that stuff really good, so I'm going to tap into him for some resources.
Absolutely. You got to, did you ever write any personal songs? I mean, when you write your songs, Nick, is it something that happened in your life, basically? Or do you get like topics? How do songs, do you write something every day? How often do you write?
I haven't been writing lately only because I've been doing a lot of recording.
Yeah.
Well, one of the reasons I wanted to get this CD out there was so that I can move on with the stuff that's new, stuff that I just, stuff that I'm writing. So that's what I'm working on now. And I'm hoping to do something that you'd probably appreciate. I've been looking into seeing what it costs to record for a day at Abbey Road.
Ooh.
So I'm thinking for this next album, I might go out there and just use old Studio 2 for one day just to do some recording. You rent the engineer, whoever, and just
that's a cool bucket list, my brother. That's very cool. I mean, you and Phyllis walk on Abbey Road, so why not? Right? You already did the walk when you guys did the whole Beatle thing.
Into Abbey Road, so it would be one day, just recording some tracks for some originals. I'll maybe go out there with some musicians and
just to do it.
And that's a 2024 goal.
Yeah.
And maybe you might want to throw one Beatle too. just do your rendition of a Beatle tune would be kind of cool too in that studio.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Be really cool. I mean, you're talking about, and that's one of the topics we're talking about real fast. But before we continue, folks, let's not forget Crash Champions Collision Auto Repair. For all your collision auto repair needs, go to crashchampions.com. Mike and Gigi. Nick Sahajas, the Piano Man, live here on Ocean's Pit. Big show coming up Wednesday, December 6th at the Des Plaines Theater Anthology. 7:30, show starts, doors open at 6. Go to oshows.com. You guys have been involved in St. Jude's for so many years. And the money that you've raised, you and Phyllis, you guys work your ass off. People think it's just a one-night thing. Oh, they all got together. You guys are working on that shit all year round.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. And Phyllis, you started right because of your brother Jimmy, right? When he
Correct.
passed?
Yeah. 2015, we did the concert at Arcada Theater. We were going to do the memorial we wanted to do a memorial, and we were talking to Ron, and he said, just have it at the Arcada. And it ended up, we had over 350 people show up. And he said, what are you going to do with the money? And we were like, oh,
We didn't think about
we
it.
didn't think about it.
We just wanted to have a show for him. in
And
his
so
honor.
we made like $9,000 that first time. And then he's like, you need to do this every year. I love your shows. It's supporting St. Jude. So it ended up to be our purpose, something came from out of love, and we're just spreading it. So that's how I look at it. And we could bring in our friends to help out and to be a part of it and to be a part of giving. It's just a nice show. It's a nice feel-good show.
It is. And it's a feel-good show, and it's a great cause. I mean, St. Jude's, look, St. Jude, there's a lot of other great organizations out there. I do something for the Laurie Foundation every year. But St. Jude's, folks, and I don't know about the other foundations, but I know that St. Jude's gives every penny to
Absolutely.
family. Not the family doesn't write anything out of their pocket. Everything goes for a great cause. And it's good. I mean, it's been around so long. Danny Thomas, of course, started it. Marlo Thomas, his daughter, I think, is running it now, I'm sure. But
And Nick and I took a tour there, and it was, I don't know if they do them right now because after COVID, they kind of cut it down a little bit. But when we took a tour there, it was just amazing what you see.
All the details are catered to the children. Even the check-in counter is at a lower level so the children can sit there and be a part of it.
They're not intimidated.
Checking and registering and everything else. It's everything is catered to them.
ever think of maybe writing a song for St. Jude's and send it to them? It would be kind of cool. Or any way you can ever get Marlo Thomas to make an appearance at one of your shows. That would be a cool thing too,
Well, last year we did have some representatives from St. Jude come, and
But not Marlo Thomas.
no, Melissa and Peter Bauer, and they head up the Dream Chicago, which we were invited to. And last year Marlo Thomas was there. I was invited both years. This year, but it's hard to get Marlo Thomas. But it's we'll see what the future holds. You never know.
You never know. I mean, you guys have done a lot of work for them. And especially, you know what? She gets calls from big celebrities, but why not pick guys, local guys doing like what you do and say, let's go there? Because if a big star calls her, it's easy. But when you think about the little guys like us, that people trying to do this, and there's got to be more than just us doing this for St. Jude's, it'd be a kind of cool thing to give. And she would be like giving back to St. Jude's by doing something for that. I mean, I think that would be really cool. Maybe, it can't hurt. Something to throw it out there. Ocean's Pit, let's get some stuff real fast. Speaking of doing good things, our good friends from Ace Hardware, folks, we're going to be giving away a free Weber grill in December. So be lookout for that. Excuse me. Something even more, which I love, is the Needs Foundation. My good friend Dennis, folks, they started this in 2020, and it's called Needs because people reach out to this group and they ask, I need this. And these are for people that are going through some hard times, and they find stuff and deliver it to these people. It's amazing what they do. And Monday, they're giving away here. We're going to give away on the show. But if I can't give it away in the show, I mentioned it now. If you guys know anybody that's in need right now, maybe going through some hard times, we're giving away a free turkey dinner, fully stuffed, everything, all the sides, and they will deliver it to your home the day before Thanksgiving. So if anybody wants to private message me, man, and knows somebody that's going through some hard time right now, I think it's a great thing that us. I think it's very, very important. Dag Show's in the house. What's up, my buddy? Hope you're doing well. All right, so let's congratulate Christina and Kat
Frozen.
Bertoldi Crispino. They got fifth year. They just signed their fifth season for Smothered. Coming back. Fifth year on TLC. They got a whole new cast. They're the only two left from the original show. So
Really?
it's kind of interesting. What happened?
I said, really? I was surprised.
Yeah.
They're the only ones left.
And you know that Christina Bertoli, her dad was Joe Crispino, who was the manager of Ruffian.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. I mean, you guys go back a long time. Also want to congratulate my buddy Marty Malarkey. Just made the Irish Echo newspaper. Marty Malarkey's been doing working for different places this whole time. Marty, if you're listening, buddy, great article. Congratulations. Today's National Fast Food Day. Are you guys fast food eaters?
Not recently.
Yes.
I've been cooking. But yes. We
You know,
try to stay away.
Absolutely. Let's get to some music stuff here real fast. Kiss on their final tour, finally. And we talked about this a couple days ago. They think that they can just keep the band Kiss going, even though, Nick, once the original members are gone. I mean, it's almost like a tribute band. What do you think about tribute bands? Or what do you think about, not tribute bands, what do you think about real bands that come in and there's no original members and you're paying to go see this group?
No original members?
No original members.
Yeah,
You might have one. It might be like the keyboard player. You know, he's not even like the singer.
The keyboard player.
Yeah, you know what? But you were right. But you know what I'm trying to say, right? I remember the not the grassroots. Guess Who got in trouble once because I guess they're out there and now they're getting sued by Randy Bachman and Burton Cummings because there's nobody from the band. I guess you couldn't. I didn't know you can lease the name. There's a band Sweet, not the original Sweet in England. And there's another band, Sweet. Guys have never been in the group, and they just leased the name, and they're going out and playing Sweet songs.
Wow. I didn't know you could do that either.
I guess it's kind of difficult, but and Kiss was even thinking about maybe starting to do pay-per-view concerts.
I if you're leasing the name, somebody's letting you do it, though.
Yes.
Somebody in the organization is letting you do it.
Or they're paying for something like that. But what do you think about pay-per-view concerts? Yeah, what do you think about pay-per-view concerts? You know, say you don't want to go to the concerts anymore and bands start doing pay-per-view. Would you pay for it to see somebody instead of going to the concert?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Depends on who it is. I mean,
Foo Fighters.
you know, yeah, I've seen stuff that was recorded after the fact. What's the difference?
Yeah, I mean, you know, when we get to, you know, it's almost like football. NFL was talking about putting the Super Bowl on pay-per-view in the future.
I wouldn't pay for it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get it, but you know, ticket prices these days are so expensive to see certain concerts. So if you had to pay $75 or whatever, $100 to watch it from home in your own living room and stuff, and watch concerts, probably wouldn't be so bad. But I think you'd still lose the excitement of actually being in the audience. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm kind of losing faith in some of these in the NFL and things like that. And
it's a whole different world out there, that's for sure. You know, you're right about that. Cher got a new Christmas. What do you think about Christmas albums? Do you have one out, Nick?
no, I don't. But I love Christmas albums.
Me too. Cher's putting out a brand new star-studded one, which, you know, when Cher calls, people are going to sing. I'm sure it's going to be kind of cool. Have you heard the Dolly Parton rock album? I heard she did a great rendition of one of the Beatles songs. I think she did something with Let It Be or somebody. I think she said something with Paul and Ringo, if I'm correct. But, you know, Dolly calls. You know, she was nominated to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and she didn't want to do it. And then she goes, well, I'm going to put out a rock album, so hopefully I can get in there. So I'm excited to hear that. Should be kind of interesting.
I bet it's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, with Dolly, I mean, she got everybody. Guy from Guns N' Roses, Stevie Nicks. She got everybody from doing songs, rock songs with her. Yeah, I think it's very cool. Let's get to the Beatles real fast. Now and Then. What do you think?
I wasn't a huge fan, and then I watched the video, and now after that, I like the song better. Go figure. People listen with their eyes.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think Peter Jackson's lost it. I mean, I know he's a great director, but watching John dancing like that, like, instead that was pretty weird.
It was pretty funny.
Yeah. Basically it doesn't seem like it's just it sounds to me like it's just a John Lennon song.
It's completely a John Lennon song. The only thing they did with the AI was clean it up.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you ever noticed that in, I think it was in Real Love, every time he would sing, you'd hear all this noise in the background. And then after he was done singing, it would be cleaner. And then every time he would sing, it
It would
was
be a little raspy.
yeah, kind of horrible. But with this one, is none of that. So I think they just used the AI to clean it up.
AI, and Peter Jackson made a comment that he says, "Why not do more Beatles songs? We can still do it AI." I can't see it happening.
Let it go. Let it go. It's done. I mean,
Let it go. I agree with you.
I saw a comic where these guys were walking past, and this is right after we turned the clocks back. He's walking past the record store, and it said, "Beatles new single out now. Rolling Stones album #1." And the guy turns and goes, How far back did we turn the clocks?"
Yeah, how far back are we turning the clocks? You got a good point there. I don't like the AI. I don't like the AI stuff. I just don't get it. Even in movies now. I mean, I like the stuff. I don't know, the Godzilla, the King Kong stuff. I want the guy in the rubber suit. I'm sorry, he looks much better than this new shit that's out there now. I want the guy in the rubber suit. He looked a hell of a lot better. But that's just me. You know me. I'm a little lost.
Down the street.
Let's get to some headline stuff, some funny stuff here. There's quotes. "I'm from Florida, where we take our mini vacations in other parts of Florida." People do that. They go in Florida. They don't go anywhere else. They just go somewhere else in Florida. You guys big Florida guys?
Well, we have a timeshare. We go there once a year. And every time I go there, I go, okay, I'm done.
Can you live there? Can you guys live there?
God, no. Now, it's first off, the humidity, the heat is just too much, and the bugs are brutal.
I could live in
I
California
couldn't.
though.
Yeah.
And going to bed at 5:00 doesn't sound right to me. The happy hour and
Dinner at
2:00
3:30.
in the afternoon. Now it's pickleball. I heard pickleball is big out there. I guess they gave up bingo and shuffleboard now. So now it's pickleboard. Interesting stuff. Social. We got Ocean Spit, Nick and Phyllis Sahajas, of course. Big show coming up Wednesday, December 6th at the Displays Theater. Nick will be doing special stuff from Anthology. What are you guys doing for Thanksgiving, you and your family?
We host
Cooking.
every year. We host Thanksgiving.
Do you cook or Phyllis cook? Who's the cook in the family?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we just,
Everybody brings something.
yeah, we have about a dozen people this year, which is we've had the biggest we've had was like 45 people, and it went off really well. Everybody brings a little bit, but yeah, basically I cooked it all, which I'm fine with. I love it.
You love family, and family is very, very important, folks. I agree.
Throw a plug in here. We're going to get our ham from my cousin George at the Palace Grill. So you could buy a ham from George. He'll have it carved for you, or he'll give it to you in one piece.
Yeah.
Full ham.
Yeah, great guy, George. He was on the show when we first started. Great guy, great place. Been around there for so many years. Everybody eats there. We love it. Everything is changing now. You go to the Walmarts, you go to certain places, supermarkets. These people are gone. It's all self checkout. Don't you wish they brought the cashiers back?
Either that or give me an employee discount.
Give you something, right? And you know what's funny? Because as you're scanning your stuff, they're watching you. And then when you get to the door, they ask to look at your receipt. Well, why don't you just give us the guys back and let them do it the right way? But in Australia, folks, this is a different country. A lot of stuff, different countries sometimes do a lot of stuff better than we do here in the United States. Australia right now is bringing back, they got rid of all the self-checkouts and bringing back cashiers, which is great because it's important because they get their jobs back.
Right,
Yes,
right.
exactly.
Right. And I love it when I go to Jewel and I'm bagging, I'm doing it all myself, and then they charge me 7 cents a bag.
7 cents a bag. See there? And then and if you go to Aldi, it's still $25 for the 25 cents for the cart.
Oh, what?
Yeah. If you go to Aldi, you gotta bring a quarter and you put it in and you get a cart. Oh yeah, it's crazy. And then just nuts. Absolutely. Pretty crazy. Yeah, they've been doing that for years. They've been doing that for years, guys. Frontier Airlines, get this, folks. All you can fly, $499 a year. All you can fly.
You're sitting on a milk crate.
I don't know, but I don't know about Frontier. They say like it's Frontier. It's like you can fly anywhere for 49, but it costs you 600 to fly back. I mean, I don't know. I hear a lot of bad things with Frontier. I don't think I've ever flown on Frontier. Have you?
No, I
A
never.
lot of these things, it's the upcharges. Do you want a reserved seat? That's extra money. You want baggage? That's going to cost you. You want to bring
You want
it.
to use? Yeah, you want to use the bathroom? That's going to cost you.
It's
Yeah.
just like an Aldi shopping cart.
Yeah. Hey, look at this. Whoever thought that eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, now they're saying you're a racist. Whoa, look at this. They're calling it American food white privilege. Whoever thought? We're talking about peanut butter and jelly, folks. What is going on with this world?
Oh, you see.
Oh,
White privilege now, right? Are they going to change the name of the White House too now? Because they're going to have to, right? Someone's going to get pissed off at that. Yeah, you're a racist now if you're eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Hey, how about this? Very cool. Tell me what you think. Sammy Hagar was on Howard Stern. He's got a tour coming out next year, 2024, called The Best of All. Reached out to Alex Van Halen and reached out to David Lee Roth and wants to put them back together and go out the big bang, also including Michael Anthony and Wolfgang, of course, Eddie Van Halen's son.
that's
Wow.
cool.
Yeah, and they want to do it all together. He announced it, and I guess it's going to happen. David Lee Roth, and why not? I mean, let's take the money when you can,
Oh, I
I mean,
love that.
right? I was always a Sammy Hagar fan. I was never a David Lee Roth fan.
He's got a what? He still has a circle band, I think, right?
Yeah, I think he still plays. Sammy still plays with Michael Anthony all the time.
Sammy Hagar gets a guitar signed by the circle band and him for our St. Jude concert.
Yeah, we auctioned one off for the St. Jude concert.
Oh, very, very cool. Yeah, you got to love that. Were you a Van Halen fan, guys?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, probably.
I definitely was. Yeah.
Did you like him better with David Lee Roth or Sammy Hagar?
Oh.
I like the songs with David Lee Roth. Not a big fan of David Lee Roth.
Yeah. I think he was more a better entertainer, but he didn't have the voice. And I called him Van Hagar. I mean, you must, instead of Van Halen. But
Yeah,
hey,
great
how about this? Sammy Davis Jr., remember he became Jewish? Now Robert Snyder announced that he's going to be turning Catholic. Robert Snyder is going to be Catholic now. See, this stuff makes great news. This is so much stuff in the news right now, folks. They can't come up with other stuff to talk about. Rob Snyder announces he's going to be turning himself a Catholic now. Unbelievable. I mean, right? Robert Snyder. What is the last thing he's done? If it wasn't for Adam Sandler, this guy would never work.
Every time I think of Rob Schneider, all I think of is "You can do it."
Oh yeah. Wait, wasn't he the guy that went making copies? Wasn't he the guy making copies? Remember? Yeah.
Saturday Night Live. No, wait.
There you go. Emo Bracco from Florida. Hi, Emo. What's up, my brother? Hope you're doing well. We got some birthdays. The great Danny DeVito celebrating a birthday today. Canadian singer, the great Gordon Lightfoot celebrating a birthday. Lauren Michaels, just speaking of Saturday Night Live. Rachel Adams, actress. RuPaul celebrates a birthday today. Danny Mazzy, if you're watching, happy birthday to Jimmy. Little Jimmy, happy birthday to Jimmy out there. Burgess Meredith, the penguin, quack, 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 celebrates a birthday today. Roy Strider from the movie Jaws, love it. Royal Dano from the TV show Gunsmoke. Bob Gaudio, the man who wrote a lot of songs for Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons, celebrating a birthday. One of my favorite action stars, the great Charles Bronson, celebrating a birthday. And our good friend Cheryl Lombardo celebrating a birthday. Cheryl, happy birthday. You're watching Ocean's Pit with my good pal Nick and Phyllis Hodges. Nick, you love holidays. And are you guys going to do anything different for like Christmas and stuff like that? You guys going anywhere this year?
No. We're going to hang out here, just enjoy the holidays back at home.
Sitting at home. All right. Well, that's good. How about headlines? Time for some headlines. I love this stuff. This is an actual quote from a great Chicago guy named Tony Accardo. A fish with mouth closed never gets caught. Ooh. I like that.
I got you.
Very, very cool. Most people voice their opinions in their heads. Don't say it. Mine says, sit back and say it. It will be fun. I always agree. You know what? It's something I always talk about my guests that are on the. You can't talk religion. You can't talk politics. I never understood that. Was that the same way when you guys were growing up in your family? You could never talk about it, or was it
No,
open?
they
Yeah.
talked about
Are you
everything.
kidding me? They
Right?
spoke about everything.
So
was-
I
There was
understand.
no filter here.
No,
Yeah.
no. There's no filter.
I don't get it why you can't. Isn't it the same thing if you're Cubs and you fight it or argue against the Cubs and Sox fans and they talk in a bar together?
Back then, people could get into arguments and still get along.
All right.
People could disagree and still get along. Now, when you disagree with people, it's like, that's done. I unfriend you. I don't like you anymore. That's it. People they can't disagree and still be friends. It's kind of weird.
Look at what happened when they were talking about COVID shots. All the arguments
my
on
God.
Facebook.
Like,
COVID and
Oh, the jab. Oh, yeah. I love the best ones when the guys, no offense against people who took it. That's up to their own business. But when they change their Facebook profile, I got the vaccine.
I
Did you say, hi, I got the vaccine? Oh, great. Hi, I got herpes. Hi, I'm a child molester. What the hell is wrong with these people? Oh, I eat a bowl of water with a fork before I give a hell about any opinion of me. Or you know what? People are so. You know what? Being an entertainer in this business, they love what you do, but you know what? They envy you guys too sometimes, and there's a lot of jealousy in this community of music. And I don't know. It's probably been like that all the time. But something I always liked about the Rat Pack, or what I loved about them, and even what you do, Nick, and a lot of artists, they share the limelight. I think it's important to do that, and I don't know if I don't see that much anymore. I could be wrong, but I see that when you got a new place is opening or something's up, and you know you have musical friends. Hey, man, why don't you go try this place? Or why don't you go try this place? All right, nobody does that stuff anymore.
yeah, and I make it a point too. If friends come out, I make sure I introduce them to the owner and say, "You got to hire this guy or this girl. She's phenomenal, and
Yeah.
it doesn't hurt me."
Yeah, I mean, look, I can understand if you had three Billy Joel tribute acts and they're all trying to get into the same place. You might not recommend another Billy Joel or Elton John tribute act, but everybody's so different in this business, and there's so much work out there. And I think it's very important to shine and bring people in and give them a shot or whatever it is. I loved what you do about that, man. Very, very important. TJ Fullerman says, excellence comes at a cost. Don't let social media fool you. You know, as much as we need social media in our businesses, I do believe that. But it's also very bad social media if you think about it right now. I mean, a lot of people really follow this stuff. I mean, I'm on my phone all day long, and I'm probably addicted to it. I know my wife doesn't like that, and I know I have a problem with that. I'm on that phone all day long. First of all, I'm finding stories for the next day, but it's amazing how people now can go on somebody's quote, don't even know who they are, and some guy says something or a girl says something, and they have to make a mean comment.
right.
Whatever happened to just scroll by or whatever? Why? If it doesn't, why do you have to get involved? I don't understand. It's so easy to make a comment like that when you're not in front of somebody and you're a complete stranger.
Absolutely.
Well, and my whole philosophy is, well, whatever happened, live and let live. I mean, like maybe Phyllis might post something about her faith, about God or heaven or whatever, and the atheists come out of the woodwork. And I get it. If you don't believe in God, that's fine. But why do you have to attack the people that do, or vice versa? That's your opinion. That's your opinion. Fine.
Yeah. And what I think is like, look, I think there's everybody. I don't care. You don't have to pray for the God that I pray to, but I think everybody should pray to somebody. Somebody has to. There is a definite higher being that's giving us our health, our talent, our friends. There's got to be somebody out there, and I believe in God.
There's a universal energy. You could look at it like that too. There's a universal energy. You put out good into the world, you're gonna feel that in your heart. It's like filling buckets. You fill somebody's bucket, yours is getting filled up too.
Yeah, I do. I do believe that. Look, Danny Mazzy said it perfectly. It's easy to be a bully on a keyboard.
Yeah.
It's easy
Yeah.
when you just look at somebody and say whatever you want to do and hurt somebody's feelings, no matter what they do. And life is just a different stuff. Now, your kids are older right now. What's your youngest?
33.
Okay, so yeah, so what's it like? You think now in this new generation of millennials and these new generation where they're thinking and stuff the way things are, you got to be careful what you say. You got to be careful whatever it is. When they come up to you with something, I don't know, man. What happened in this world? When did this change? Did you see this happening before 2020 COVID, or was it just maybe not in front of everybody's face so much as it is now?
Yes.
It's not as much, I think. But
Well, I
yes,
saw it happening before. Definitely. I think it's the whole
social media.
and everything else. It creates a lot more anxiety and depression in people.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
What is the chances? Remember, we used to go outside and play ball or go outside and do stuff. Nobody does that anymore, man. They're all on these computers doing what they're doing. They're watching TV. I nothing wrong with watching TV. I do it all the time. But, I mean, it's just that I just don't have that. You just don't see the kids on the ballpark anymore, or even got people throwing basketball anymore in the courts. Or when you're driving through the neighborhoods, I don't see that anymore.
No.
You don't see the softball group on the corner playing on the. Remember, we used to do that. Get a softball team together and play on the corner of your
We
street.
used to play in the street.
Yeah.
Yeah, or stickball or fastball against the wall at the school. Yeah.
Pinch.
I mean, it's a whole different world. Watching Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. Nick and Phyllis Sahajas. Big show coming up December 6th, Wednesday, the Des Plaines Theater Anthology. The best of Nick Sahajas, all his original music. Doors open at 6, 7:30. Showtime, folks. Got a lot of special guests. It's going to be great. Oshows.com. I'm excited about that for you guys, Nick. I really am. And I'm so happy that you're putting out your original music. People need to hear it. I know we're both animal lovers. Very important. When I look into the eyes of an animal, I do not see an animal. I see a living being. I see a friend. I feel a soul.
Right.
Now, we love animals so much. And what do you say to somebody that does not like dogs? How do you not like dogs?
I say, don't get one.
I mean, and the dogs know you. If they come to your house, you see the dog, whatever it is, blah, blah, blah. You come back, the dog remembers. They're so smart. And dogs can tell if you're not a good person. I don't know how they do, but I see some dogs. I'm telling you, it's amazing. The average anxiety level of a high school student is equal to that of a psychiatrist patient from the 1960s. Eddie Massey, good stuff. The school system, Deb Patton says the school system is doctoring the heck out of a kids now. Yeah, I mean, I would never want to be a teacher right now.
Oh my God.
Right? It's got to be very difficult out there what they're seeing the kids and what they're teaching.
I heard a conversation where a woman said that she brought her grandchild in, and one of the little kids was dressed as a fox. And the teacher's like, "Oh, he wants to be a fox." I'm like, "Wait, what?" Like, leave him alone. You can't argue with them.
He identified as a fox.
He identified.
Well, yeah, there's a Lake Park High School right by us here, and they have a couple things. Some schools are doing this. They have a tampon dispenser in the boys' bathroom, and they also have litter boxes where you could be a cat for the day, and they walk around with tails and something. You can't make this shit up. They've got a convention. I do the Christmas. They have a convention every year in Rosemont, and something called Furbies, and they dress up as these animals: dogs, cats, cows, donkeys, snakes. Everybody walking around talking, and they're all dressed like it. And wow, what are these kids smoking, or what are they on? I just don't understand it. This is probably it. Marcus Welby says people who drank Boone's Farm 2020 as teenagers are immune to any virus. I love it, man. Boone's Farm. Eric Todd, a good friend of ours. Shot my first turkey today. Scared everyone in the frozen food section, but it was awesome. Eric Todd come up with some good stuff. I like this guy. All right. Christina, this friend of ours, Christina Sussman, she comes up with some great posts. Someone just called my phone, sneezed, and then just hung up. I'm getting sick and tired of all these cold calls. Okay. Oh, hey, how about a nice artist? Pink. I don't know anything that Pink does. Is she
Yeah.
obviously popular, right?
There's a few of her songs that are really good.
I'm a big fan of Pink.
Well, Pink is doing this. She plans to be giving away banned books in her South Florida concerts.
Wow.
Now they're banning books, they're banning TV shows. I think when we talked about this when we were doing, thank you, great job you did with, by the way, for my Dean Martin show. But when we were talking about "Baby, It's Cold Outside," back in when everything was being, when they maple syrup and all this stuff, and it was all getting changed. But when the song came out, of course, it was a very popular holiday song, and now these people are saying that it was about a rape. Because the guy would not let the girl leave the house. And then so John Legend comes up with a politically correct version of "Baby, It's Cold Outside." It's just crazy. I don't understand why you leave songs alone, but now they're banning books, and now she's going to give away. She bought a whole bunch of banned books, and she's giving away to the fans in their concerts in Florida. And then sometimes you're going to get these artists that get in trouble from the national media now when they start doing something that they believe in themselves. Isn't that crazy to ban books?
Well, to me, it looks like what used to be considered playful banter back in the day, because not everybody overthought everything,
Yeah.
is now looked at as rape. Strangely enough, I was watching Goldfinger. Right?
Yeah.
Here's Sean Connery as 007, basically forcing himself
That show was wrong.
on the villain, Pussy Galore. I mean,
And that name alone, Pussy Galore. Or if you remember Matt Helm, Dean Martin.
I love Matt Helm.
Remember his assistant was Lovey Craves It. Lovey Craves It. Now, you couldn't have those TV shows and movies now. You couldn't do that now. All in the Family couldn't happen right now. I mean, Archie
Mike Myers, when Mike Myers did the Austin Powers, do you remember his villain's name?
No, what was his name?
Instead of Pussy Galore, her name was A Lot of Vagina.
See, and you probably couldn't do that. He couldn't do that now. Entertainment Weekly quoted Barry Manilow, said he didn't come out of the closet for decades because it would have killed his career. And it's a shame back then when that happened. Not many people, the whole thing really took place. I mean, there were some of these artists, and whoever thought, I mean, if you found out that Mike Brady from the Brady Bunch at that time, if he would have came out of the closet at that particular time, it probably would have ruined that show.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's why, no wonder why Alice was always pissed off, because she didn't want to go to the Meatpackers ball with Sam, because Sam was giving it to Mr. Brady. So maybe that's why. I love Barry Manilow, man. Here's a guy that could. There's not too many artists that can do that. Billy Joel, Elton John, Barry Manilow. They have a Greatest Hits Volume 3, Volume 4.
Yeah.
There's not too many people that can do that. Are you a Barry Manilow guy?
I like his songs. Yeah.
We always.
I mean, it's a different thing. It's a little more sappy, but they're actually good songs.
They're great songs. And what people don't realize, that Mandy, you might know, was written about his dog.
Yeah.
It was not written about a woman, well, you didn't think about it at the time.
It's like Martha My Dear was written about Paul Sheepdog.
Paul Sheepdog, absolutely. Mancow Mueller, good friend of ours, says, my mouth waters when I smell when I smell steak. I wonder if it's the same happens to vegans when they mow the lawn. Okay, and we know, I don't know if Daryl's watching, but I know Daryl's a vegan, and the guy has not eaten meat in like 25 years. Oh my God. Hey guys, I found you the top 7 or top 10 songs of November 17th, 1960. Save the Last Dance for Me was number 1. I Want to Be Wanted by Brenda Lee was number 2. Poetry in Motion was number 3. George on My Mind was number 4. You Talk Too Much was number 5. So many songs I never heard of. My Heart Has a Mind of Its Own by Connie Francis, number 6. Stay by Maurice Williams. Let's Go, Let's Go. Blue Angel, and number 10 was Devil with the Blue Dress On. Pretty interesting stuff. What do you think of today's music, Nick?
There's some good stuff. There's some good stuff. There's some bad stuff. It's always been like that.
Yeah, I
No
mean,
judgment at all. You know.
I don't know. I just can't. I haven't listened to the radio, new music since the end of the '80s. I couldn't tell you what anybody was. Was Liberace out of the closet? Yes, I think he was, Danny. I don't know if Liberace was. There you go.
I don't know,
Danny,
Dan. What about the
Danny,
video you just sent me of Liberace?
oh, and good point, Eric Todd. By the way, he's watching. Barry Manilow did not write "I Write the Songs," which is a great song, but he did not write it. That's true. That's a great tune by him. Eric Todd says hello. All right, guys, a couple more things. We got about 4 minutes left, so I got a couple more headlines. I love these. I just got these at the last minute. Do you guys know of? Do you have any friends that don't know how to use Whisper when you're out? In any friends like that? Anybody come to mind that when you hang with will open up his mouth and say whatever without whispering? Anybody? Me and Phyllis. I think we're both like that. That's right. I love it. I love it. I love it. Let's see. What's going on? This is very cool. Canadian millionaire. Now, there's a lot of millionaire and billionaires in this world. And it's horrible what's going on with the homeless. It's horrible what's going on to veterans. But this Canadian millionaire built 99 tiny homes to reduce homeless in his community.
Wow.
99 little miniature homes. Now, do you imagine if all the billionaires out there would have done that? I'm sure it would have helped homeless people. And these poor homeless people now, even what they're doing to the poor veterans, Nick, it's just horrible what's going on in this country.
That's where it should start. The homeless veterans is where it should start.
I agree with that.
It shouldn't be the refugees. They shouldn't be building places for refugees before they take care of the veterans. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, because they have a lot of mental issues, what they got, PTSD.
Phyllis's uncle was in World War II, and we visited him a lot in VA Hines. And I used to go to VA Hines for my day job because they had our equipment there. And I would see these guys, and man, they're not the best facilities, but there's something. And I just think there's never going to be enough that we could do for the veterans.
No.
That's my opinion.
I do. And then we just celebrated Veterans Day last week. It's very important. I know people watching Dennis, Johnny G, a bunch of people already that watch the show who were veterans, or my father fought in the war too. It's just it's amazing how they treat these people after they're taking care of our country. They come home and it's just like it never existed, especially in Vietnam. I mean, horrible what they went through, and they're still going through, which is very horrible. Here's an update before we say, folks, this is big news. Entertainment Weekly, Snoop Dogg said he's given up smoking pot.
He what?
Snoop Dogg is going to stop smoking pot. Wow. He's probably smoked enough for everybody. David Letterman coming back to late night. I'd like to see what happens with that.
I would watch that.
I would too, because this late night stuff is horrible. Baseball fans, the Oakland A's are going to be moving to Las Vegas now. The Las Vegas A's. Now they got a baseball team now they're going to have. They've got a football team. They got a hockey team. All they're missing is basketball. Are you guys Las Vegas fans? You guys like that stuff?
I like the city.
Yeah.
You go there a lot?
It's been a while, but I used to go pretty often.
Yeah, been a while. Yeah, it's a much different world out there. We got Nick Sahajas and Phyllis Sahajas, of course. Two big shows coming up that you guys got to go out there, folks. And tomorrow, what I'm going to do, Monday, I'm going to give away, I think Ron will be okay. I'm going to text Ron and see if we can give away 2 tickets. So maybe Monday, I'm going to do it on my show, so you can give away 2 tickets to your show, because you need to be there, folks. If you haven't got a chance, get your tickets, man. Wednesday, December 6th, Nick Sahajas Anthology, a CD release party, red carpet. It's going to be great. Doors open at 7:30 is the show, oshows.com. And if you can't make it that day, folks, go to December 22nd. Chicago Piano Man and Heart to Heartbreaker will be playing at the Arcada Theater, a holiday show too as well. So they'll be doing a whole bunch of holiday stuff. Folks, we got big, very important. I'm sorry, what?
All the money for the December 6th show goes to St. Jude this year.
Okay, now see, sorry, I completely forgot about it. All the money, all the proceeds go to St. Jude's for that, folks. So, you know how much a ticket is to get in?
29 to 59.
I think the regular seats are 29. Like the first row, I think they charge more money for that, but that includes a CD, and you get to come in during sound check and hang out.
Is it going to be a meet and greet, Nick, where they can meet you? Do you sign the CDs, pictures? How does that work?
I'll do whatever you want me to do. Just come on out. The more money we can bring for St. Jude, the better.
You got to love that, man. That's fantastic. Big shows coming up also, folks. December 2nd, Oceans Rat Pack will be in Champaign for Back to Blue mega events. Going back again, it's going to be great. Big Dog, the Bounty Hunter, Jim McMahon, Dan Hampton, a lot of good people. Last year they had Lee Greenwood, Rat Pack open for Lee Greenwood. That was very cool. December 9th, our show at the Lyric Theater is sold out. That is our holiday Christmas. Forget the holiday. It's a Christmas show. December 9th, on December 9th. December 15th, Carriage Greens in Downers Grove is also sold out. And the 31st will be at the Performing Center Arts in Munster, Indiana. Interesting. 7:30 to is it 8? Oh, excuse me, 8 to 10. So we wouldn't just whatever happened to 12 o'clock going 10. They're nothing anymore. Some of these places they close the night early and say hell with it. Last thing I want to say, guys. First of all, we want you all, this is the best. It's Thanksgiving week, folks, coming up. And you know how people post stuff on their page of what they're cooking or what they're eating? Don't post anything because we're all eating the same shit. I don't want to see your house with turkey and cranberry and stuffing. And so is everybody else to post that go out.
Pictures. Not because you said that.
Yeah, there you go. Everybody, look at my this, look at my turkey. It's the same guy with, I got the vaccine. Anyway, look at my turkey. Oh, yeah. So, anyway, folks, we want to thank, let's go right to the last thing, our sponsors, folks. One more time, the great, good friends of Ace Hardware. Buy local, shop local. Ace is the place, folks. Let's not forget now, 25% off Heart Clothing. 25% off, man. Good stuff, man. Men's clothing there. You got to love it from Ace Hardware. And let's not forget, folks, very important thing with Ace. Take advantage of the auto key programming at all their stores. They program card cut keys at 50% loss to the dealership, and download the rewards app. Easy way to keep track of your points, coupons, and special offers. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local. Ace has been helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. Nick Sahajas, if they want to book the Piano Man, where do they go to?
I'm sorry, what was that?
They want to book the Piano Man. Where do they go to?
Just my website. I think the information is on the website, right?
Yeah. Website?
Yeah. Website, chicagosownpianoman.com. And the information's on there. Just reach out. Phyllis's numbers
private
on.
Message.
She does all the work.
Yeah.
She does all the booking. Laura does all the booking too. Guys, real fast, I just got to thank you enough for what you guys do, not only for me, but what you guys do for the Chicago music scene. And of course, with you and our good friend Ron Onesti, another guy with a big heart of gold and always trying to do the right thing. But we just can't thank you enough, Nick, for being great friends and what you guys do. And the heart that you bring to people and the smiles that you bring to people is very, very important. So I'm honored and humbled to be your friends. And I love you guys very much. And thank you for what you guys do. And we're going to have to see each other. So, real fast. My buddy Bobby LaMattia is watching from Shark Burgers. Armando, Amarillo, Texas, folks. It's going to happen.
Amarillo.
Mojo's Jukebox and Nick Sahajas, Piano Man, together May 4th. It's going to be great. And 7:30 to 9 is going to be Mojo's. And Nick will be playing with us. And then Nick will be doing his own show, tribute to Billy Joel and Elton John. Shark Burgers. Check it out. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's funny, I was just mentioning, we can't get together in our own town, but we get together in Nashville, Florida, and now Texas. So we still got to get on that trip next year. We got to go to Niagara Falls. We got to do it.
Snow. It won't be long before.
You guys are the best. Guys, remember, buy local, shop local, keep supporting live entertainment. And also, guys, also live establishment. Nick, you play anywhere this weekend? Friday or Saturday, anywhere?
Tomorrow. Is that a private party?
I'm
Tomorrow I'm playing at the Italian American Cultural Center in Crest Hill. But Saturday, buddy Greg's place, Taverna.
You got to love it, man. We're there next Saturday. Greg is the best. Guys, you guys have an incredible day. God bless you all. And have a great weekend. We'll be back on Monday, folks. And remember the great words of Ringo Starr, peace and love. We need it more than ever. And since Nick is here, Nick's going to take us out. Have a great goodbye.
Time to go, it's the end of the show. See you later from Tony O.
Peace.
I got the vaccine. All right, guys, you have a good one. Have a great afternoon, everybody. God